Welcome to This Week in Venice, Florida. Caleb and I are starting off this beautiful morning inside of nature's paradise. Today, Caleb, we're gonna be talking about one of the things that makes people most attracted to this area.
Beaches.
That's right, folks. We're gonna be visiting the beaches here from Englewood all the way up to just about the Venice-Sarasota border. And we're gonna be telling you why we love these beaches. Now, Caleb, people typically try to rank beaches, slap a number, say world's #1 beach.
Nah, you can't do that. It's impossible. Each one of these beaches down here, like Lanir said, from Englewood just to north of Venice, they're all a little bit different. They have their own unique charm, their own characteristics.
So we're starting out our trek today in Stump Pass in beautiful Englewood. This place is nature's paradise. In order to get into this place, you have to pay a $3 donation to the park. Very small parking lot, about 40 spaces, I would say.
Maybe 50
give or
max.
take. And so there's typically usually a 5 to 10 minute wait in peak season, but I can tell you this, it's never longer than that. There's always someone leaving. And what makes this great, because it's so limited in space, the beach is never overcrowded. Now, entering this beach, you'll notice there's a path that leads right down a beautiful nature trail. It's about 1.3 miles that leads you out to a peninsula right where the estuary feeds into the Gulf of Mexico. Caleb and I, we love going here, and we're gonna show you what makes this one unique and special.
Now let's get to it.
So here I am on the 1.3 mile long sandy trail that leads you straight to a beautiful peninsula. As you can see, the Gulf of Mexico is right behind me. We're gonna have plenty of moments to go explore that side, but I wanna show you why this place is so unique. If you come over into the other side, there's little trails that lead you over to the estuary side. The estuary side is a little bit calmer, a good place to come camp out for the day, have your kiddos wade in the water. Now, I love coming in the morning because, as you can see behind me, the sun is hitting the water. It's almost like a mirror-like effect. This is one of my favorite places to start. It's a place where you typically see boaters. They show up, they pull their boat up to the sand, and they set up camp. Their kids will be waiting in the water. Mom and pop setting up the grill here. You actually have benches right behind there that you can sit down and eat. It really separates this place from any other beach because you have all of this extra space to spread out, catch some rays, and enjoy the wildlife, whether it's dolphins behind us, manatees swimming up. This is a place where you can truly get connected with nature. So here we're on the beach side of Stump Pass. As you can see, the shells are everywhere, shark tooth in here galore. Now, this beach is typically mixed up of locals and vacationers. You'll notice as you drive into the park, it's a mix of nice Airbnbs, old Florida type motels that have been refurbished and brought up to speed, up to modern day, and beautiful beach homes. So it's really a mix of people coming here to escape, get away. This is a really unique place, and as you can see, this is about as busy as it gets. You can see behind me, great place to fish. If you're bringing your kids, you got to pay a little close attention. There's no lifeguard at this beach. Only thing on guard are the eagle's nest and the osprey. Come here and enjoy one of the most beautiful natural beaches in all of the Gulf, if not the country. Here I am at the second beach we're visiting today. We're at Englewood Beach, just north of Stump Pass. This is a great beach. As you can see behind me, all the birds are congregated right next to them. They're just finishing up a morning session of yoga. That's right, there's morning sessions 5 days a week here for yoga. You can come out here empty-handed, rent your beach chair. I think it's one for $7. Get this, the second one is just an added $1. Now, this beach, I love it. It's quiet, typically in the morning. Doesn't get too crowded. Let's go upstairs and check out this beautiful gazebo that leads into the beach. One thing you have in all these beaches is you have very clean public facilities, restrooms. They're always kept nice and clean. So we're here in the gazebo. This is a really thoughtful one. It's where you come for your bathroom. It's where you have your public shower to wash off all the salt and sand. One thing I thought was a cool feature here, come here, check this out. I think this is really thoughtful. The beach toy borrow bin, that's right. Beach shovels for the kids. Just put them back when you're done. kind of a very creative way to do a lost and found. And if you follow me down here, one of the reasons I love this beach, because it kind of blends two of my favorite things, swimming at the ocean, and one of my favorite pastime recreations, basketball. That's right, we have a basketball court here. You can see there's gazebos with grilling stations. This is really well thought out. It's a place where you can spend the whole day with your family. Just the opposite end of the gazebo, you can see there's a pirate-themed playground. Just off into the distance, some beach volleyball courts. There are some additional courts on the beach itself. Great place to let all the kids burn off their energy. And again, carefully placed gazebos with grills. So this is the main entrance to Englewood Beach. Right behind me is a beautiful sculpture. It's a one-year memorial recognizing Hurricane Ian and the strong community that Englewood is. You can see this actually looks like it was made, this wave's made out of an airplane wing. Really cool, really thoughtful. But we're gonna hop across the street over to Caleb to show you what really separates this beach from all the others and why you can spend the whole day here.
Hey, one of the greatest things about Englewood Beach that we love, and it's unique to all of the beaches that we're gonna see today, is there's restaurant dining right across the beach. So you can just take a quick hop across. We have all the way down at the, or I guess on the southern end, we have the White Elephant. Then you come a little further north, you have the Sandbar. Here we have the Lock and Key we're walking in front of. And if you want a little bit more formal fare, you can go to the Waverly right down the street. And if you've had one too many, there's a local golf cart service that'll take you to and from your home if you live down here in Englewood Beach. It's just kind of a perfect place to come and hop over for lunch. If you want to spend the whole day at the beach, just hop over here and you can have lunch and then spend an afternoon there. Grab a cocktail, shoot back across the beach and enjoy the afternoon. Maybe even catch a sunset.
So here again in Englewood, if you don't want to commit to a long wait at a restaurant, just pull right up here to Beachcombers Trading Post, order yourself a breakfast burrito or come here for lunch, sit by the estuary, watch the boaters pass by. Now you see over here, you've got outdoor seating, your personally reserved sunsets and sunrises, and endless nature.
So here we are at Blind Pass. As you can see behind me, let's spin around here. This has endless parking. So during snowbird season, this is completely full. But right now, here we are. It's what, 10:30 on a Tuesday, and there's nobody here. So you almost have the place to yourself. You know, one of the things we love about Blind Pass and most of the beaches in Venice are they all have public bathrooms. That's awesome feature to have at the beach. Just another great thing about this beach is, number one, it's wheelchair accessible, and then you have a nice shaded area, so if you want to have a nice lunch underneath the sea grapes, it's right here for you. Now look at this, the amazing beach. We are here. This is what makes this Blind Pass so incredible, is that it's just no one's ever here. It's nice and spread out. As you can see, there's what, 50 feet between everyone sitting together on the beach, so you always have your space. This is why it's our favorite beach. My wife and I, Matilda, we come here pretty much exclusively. My wife says this is the best place to get shark teeth by far, in her opinion. So one of the best things about Blind Pass is we just got here. We're maybe 50 feet from the beach access, and look behind me. No one. One of the cool things about the beach in Florida is it's public beach up to the high tide line. So pretty much right before the bank, that's where you're gonna be able to put all your beach stuff. You can walk as far as you want and set up camp and nobody can say anything to you because they're not private beaches, only above the high tide line. Look at this, it's just amazing.
So here we are, Caspersen Beach. This is what we talked about. When you go further down the trail, you can just set up your hammock, set up camp, and not see another person for the rest of the day. What's your thoughts about this place, Caleb?
I'll tell you what, it does take a little bit of a walk, so you have to commit to this. You're coming down here, but once you're down here, you have no idea whether you're in Venice, you're on a Caribbean island, you could be anywhere in the world, but it definitely doesn't feel like you're in Venice. You know, it's just a mile away from us. It's absolute paradise here. You should really come down and check this out.
Now we have a few more beaches to cover, but this one I think we're probably gonna call it a day here and take a little siesta. But if you're considering visiting the area, if you're considering making a move and really trying to decide which beach to move closest to, you know, just come on down, visit all of them. If you're considering making the move, you should give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'll be more than happy to guide you through the whole process.
Hey, and if you're enjoying our videos, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, or ring that bell so every single time we put out a great video like this one, you'll be the first to receive it.
And that's it, folks. We're gonna take a nap and then we'll hop over to the next beach.
Tomorrow. Manasota Key, got the best parking spot. This is one of my favorite beaches. They have all sorts of amenities. There's a boat launch, there's this huge parking lot, bathrooms that are always in great shape, pavilions, places you can picnic, barbecue, a little bit of everything. Let's go check them out.
So here we are entering into Manasota Beach. One of the things I love about this beach is the convenience. You can pull right up to here. Handicap placards, very handicap accessible. If you don't feel like committing to the beach, you can just come here and picnic at one of the benches and watch the sunset. So this is one of my favorite beaches to come and snorkel. If you go just about 50 feet out, there's a bit of a drop off in the sand. If you just hover long enough, you're bound to see schools of fish and all kinds of wildlife swim by, especially closer to dusk and dawn when the fish are feeding.
So this is one of the best beaches for seashelling and sharktooth hunting, both of them. There's plethora of them. If you look up the beach, you can just see it. Tons of seashells. If you're from the Northeast, you're never gonna see that. You pick up 1 or 2 seashells at the beach, you're like, yeah, score. Down here, they're a dime a dozen. Shark teeth are so plentiful, they actually embedded them in the concrete under the pavilion in the front. We'll show you that later. We got people swimming laps out in the Gulf. We got people snorkeling. There's a guy metal detecting back there, or just taking a walk on a nice sunny morning. It is what, 8:29, and it is a balmy 79 degrees. It's a tough life. You guys should come on down here.
One great thing about this beach is it has a lifeguard. The lifeguard is typically on duty at 10 a.m. As you can see, they're out here a little early. And if you look just a little bit to my right, every morning you have beach yoga. One of the other great amenities. So like we mentioned before, the extra convenience here, very clean bathrooms. Speaking of convenience, there's about 4 different shower stations here, so you don't have to wait in line when you're cleaning up the sand. And remember what Caleb mentioned about an abundance of shark teeth? Well, if you take a look down on the ground here, the pavement is actually paved with a mix of all different types of shark teeth. So one of the really cool things about a lot of these beaches is if you explore just enough, you'll find these little trails that lead through some beautiful conservatories. This one happens to be, if you get here early enough, you can catch the manatee. Let's go check it out. One of the most amazing things about Manasota Beach is also the people. The locals here are just amazing. Just met a great, awesome guy crabbing here on a regular Thursday afternoon. As you can see right next to me is the public boat launch. That's what makes Manasota Beach really unique, is it has its own public boat access and a lot of tie downs here on the dock for your boat, so you can just kind of camp out, walk over to the beach. So you packed up your car, you got your boat hooked up, got all the kids in the car, you get all the way to the public boat launch and you realize you don't have your life jackets. No worries, this thoughtful town thought of everything. They have a life jacket loaner station just for you. On the other side of the public boat launch, right across from Manasota Beach, you have Manasota Beach Road here on the bridge. Little local tip, it's some of the best fishing in the area. Here we are at Caspersen Beach. As you pull up, this is the first beach you encounter. These beautiful rocks, great place to snorkel. On the other side of the beach, there's a boat ramp, kayak launch. And if you go down this beautiful trail, you'll actually find yourself almost by yourself, a place where you can camp out And you know, I don't want to say anymore. I want to just show you. So as you go down further in the trail in Caspersen, you see it gets much wider. Almost has like a island prehistoric feel. And speaking about prehistoric, a lot of people come here, sit in the middle area and sift for fossils all day. So the wonderful thing about this and being immersed in nature is you get to meet some of the locals here. Here we have one of our local gopher tortoises. Now you want to be mindful of their space. They are a protected creature. They're some of the most beautiful and sweet creatures. This one seems to be out just grazing along.
One of the cool things about Caspersen Beach is you really have these quiet, nice spots that you can find. Like this one, you have a private beach, goes down the slope a little bit, but if you wanted to, you have a private beach right here on the intercoastal where you can just have a nice picnic, a couple cocktails, do whatever you want, just enjoy yourself and enjoy this Florida living Venice life.
All right guys, come take a close look at this. Do you guys know what this is back home? These are turtle eggs. That's right, we had a nest here. It looks like it recently hatched, and those little babies made their way out to the Gulf. This place is unbelievable.
Here we are at Brohard Beach. We're on Venice Island now, and we're in the Maxine Barrett Park right now. Brohard Beach is just down the way, but we wanted to show you all the cool amenities that we have here just in the parking lot for Brohard Beach. So you have this Maxine Barrett Park is a huge lake with walking paths all the way around. There are pavilions, places you can sit down, but over to my right here is where the dog park is, and then the path that goes down to the dog beach. How many beaches do you know, or how many towns do you know that have a dedicated dog beach just for your canine friends? Now let's go check that out.
So here we are in the entrance going into Brohard Beach. This is a dedicated fenced area for your dogs to run freely, get all their energy out, and we're about to head down the path straight to the beach. So here I am in Brohard Beach. Right behind me you can see the Venice Pier. As you can see, the dogs here are living their best life. This is a typical day, morning routine. Bring your dog out to the beach and get the perfect stroll. Early morning sun, what more could you ask for? So we're actually in one of my favorite spots on the beach. When my wife and kid come out to the beach, this is the spot that I usually hang out. I'll pick one of these pillars and just take a nice long nap.
All right, here we are on Venice Island. We are at Venice Beach, just down the street from downtown Venice. This is a great place to come. Just to my left, over here we have the beach shack where you can get some food, drinks, take that right down on the sand and enjoy your beverage on the beach. All sorts of fun stuff to go on here. They have beach yoga certain days of the week. They also have a drum circle. Some people set up and musicians set up here and they have a little jam session. It's just a really cool place right downtown. If you're in here for a weekend and you just want to find a nice convenient beach, this is where it's at. If you want to move to Venice Island, this is probably not the beach you're going to come to, but you're going to send all your guests down here because it's such a cool spot. Now let's go check out the beach.
So we just left Brohard Beach and now we're about to enter Venice Fishing Pier. The cool thing about entering this beach is we're right next to Sharky's on the pier and finer dining upstairs at Finn's. This is one of the more unique ways of entering the beach. Let's go check it out. So here on the pier, just enjoying it. If you feel like fishing and you don't have a license for fishing, no worries. You can fish without a fishing license here. If you haven't brought any gear, we got you covered. You can just rent right up here on the pier. Now the cool thing about this pier is families on the weekend, they congregate here, they hang out, they set up camp right underneath the pier and just enjoy the day. So we just left Venice Beach on our way to Nokomis, but we made a pit stop. We're here at the North Jetty. Just to my right is the South Jetty. If you feel like making a pit stop, hanging out, boat watching, dolphin watching, and maybe grabbing a bite to eat at one of the food spots here, this is a great place to spend your days. So here I am still in the North Jetty. Right behind me you can see Nokomis Beach. This is one of my favorite places to hang out. Whether you're just lounging on your chair, watching the water, watching the wildlife fly by, you want to go fishing, or you just want to open a cold one and relax for the day, this is one of the best places that you can get it all done. So here I am on the other part of Nokomis Beach where the public access is, and we're here in the wild, and we just spotted something really unique on this beach here. Let me show you. Can you see it behind me? We have wine and beer. That's right, we have Shark Tooth concession stand here where you can get a burger, a dog, some beer, some wine. That's it, that's the perfect way, perfect day. It's a perfect place to spend your days. So we spent our whole day at all the beaches. We got to see everything that these beautiful beaches have to offer, all the unique nuances, all the different intricacies that make them all unique to themselves. What a better place to move to. So if you're thinking about moving to this area, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We'll be more than happy to guide you through the process. So we're across the street from Nokomis Beach. I don't know if you can see it, but right behind us across the waterway here is Pop Sunset Grill. It's a great place after you're beach hopping all day to end with a nice drink and watch the sunset.
And you can even just walk right over the drawbridge and make a right and you're at Pop's, or there's Pelican Alley as a second option.
So we covered all the beaches all the way down to Englewood. We started at Stump Pass where you have a beautiful nature trail, estuary on one side, beach on the other. Then we hopped over to Englewood Beach,
where you have all the great restaurants just across the street. So if you want to make a day of it, that's the perfect place to go. So you set up on the beach, take a break, grab lunch, swing back to the beach, grab the whole day there, and maybe even a sunset.
And then we jumped over to the middle point, Middle Beach. Middle Beach is also known as
Line Pass. My favorite beach for sure.
And that place, well, you always have parking, you always have privacy. You cut a little bit to the right, have a little bit of beach for yourself. Manasota Beach is also a great experience. Remember, it had the public boat dock on the other side. Easy access. I know Caleb and his family frequent there often.
Yeah, it's only like 2 miles from my house. If you're moving into Beach Walk, that's the beach. That's 5 minutes from the beginning, from your front door. So
and that
swing
one,
on over.
And that one had very little commitment. Remember, if you're disabled, a lot of easy access parking, picnic benches right there. You don't even really have to step out of your car to see the beach.
The next one was Caspersen Beach, another beautiful natural environment with plenty of space that you can go walk, find a little private spot. That was the one where we set up our hammocks. It was just a nice afternoon. It was perfect. It was private. And if you're looking for that, that's the beach you should go to.
Now, I recommend if you have a portable cooler, definitely bring some drinks, bring some snacks, because you can really spend the whole day there and not see another soul. And then from there, we jumped over to our beautiful furry friend beach, Brohard Beach, walked through the paw park. You know, Caleb, I think Caleb takes his dog there quite often.
It's a great place to just bring your dog. How many places can you go where there's a dedicated beach with the Venice Pier right beside you? It's picturesque, and you can bring your furry friend with you. So that's a pretty good day for me in my book.
And then we made our way, we stopped for a second at Sharky's on the pier and Finn's just to show you some of the amazing food options. It's one of the more popular venues here. And then we made our way over to the world-renowned Venice Beach, the shark tooth capital of the world, just right at the end of historic downtown. It's one of my favorite places to go.
Well, for all those tourists coming into town, it's a perfect beach. You can go downtown, all that West Venice Avenue has to offer, all the cool restaurants. And if you want to go back to your hotel and then walk on down to the beach, it's just a stone's throw away. So it's a perfect spot. If you're coming down here for the weekend, that's where you're going to go. Or if you decide to buy something on the island, that's probably the most convenient beach for you, for sure.
And that's an area where people get their street legal golf carts, leave their house and head right to the beach. It's perfect lifestyle. And here we are, we're ending our day at Nokomis Beach. You saw Nokomis Beach stems all the way to the North Jetty. Really cool, unique experience. Inside of that waterway, the hues of blue and green are second to none. And over here at Nokomis, the convenience factor is we have the Shark Tooth concession stand.
Yep.
Where you can just grab a bite to eat. And remember, we found something in the wild. We spotted beer and wine. That's one of our amazing finds here. So there you have it, folks. All of these amazing beaches, all within a stone's throw, just a short drive from one another. It's the reason we moved here. It's the reason you should be considering this area as well.
Yeah, and if you're thinking about moving down to this area, we wanted to show you all the beaches that you have at your fingertips. Whether you're somebody who wants to move to Osprey or Nokomis, you can come here. Or if you're somebody who wants to move down into Englewood, you have plenty of beautiful options that are just picturesque that you're gonna absolutely enjoy going to the beach.
And if you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about our surrounding areas, just hit the like button and subscribe. We come out with weekly videos where we talk about the area, real estate, and all the amazing things and amenities that this place has to offer.
All right, for This Week in Venice, Florida, I'm Caleb and this is Lanir, and we'll see you next time.